Hello, this is Daniel. This is my series Crash Course Dummies, the first video. It's a series where I, as a noob developer, attempt to teach other noob developers just basic concepts, the best that I can, ones that I pretty much just learned. So today we'll be talking about Git. Git, this is the website, git-scm.com. Oh, I didn't even introduce you.
That's okay.
Alright, this is my girlfriend. She's unfortunately my first dummy.
Yeah.
I tried to do it with my friends last night, but it was a really, really poor first attempt. It failed miserably.
The internet's not a cloud, though. It's...
Well, okay, yeah, but...
Alright, Git to the point.
So, here we are.
Yeah. Okay.
And, alright, so to you, we are going to be learning how to use Git.
Alright.
Just a few basic things about Git, and you can find Git at git.scm.com. It is a content tracker. It's, as it says here, free and open source distributed version control system designed to handle everything from small to very large projects with speed and efficiency. So, this is basically how, Git has a version 2.15.1. This is probably what they use to handle their files, to handle what they change in their code, between versions. And
So
this is
it's
how
like
they
a
keep track of it.
history table, kind of?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you have to download it. I have it downloaded, but I might as well see if there's any new version, and it looks like there is. So we're going to get that downloaded and installed. Alright, so back from installing the latest Git version, I'm going to hand the computer over to Jenny, and she is going to do the rest of the work as I tell her what to do.
Okay.
So go ahead and open the Finder window I have open.
Finder window you have open.
Right down there.
Which one is that? This one?
Yeah.
You have to remember that I use a Mac, so...
Oh. Okay. Go to... Let's see. I thought I would already have this open, sorry. Okay, you need to do it, sorry.
Yes, I'll do it.
Okay, just click on Git down there.
Get
That's
down
the folder
here.
I want.
Okay.
Cool. Alright, it's an empty folder.
So there's nothing in here. What does that mean?
That means literally there's an empty folder on my hard drive.
So what am I going to do?
You are going to create a Git repository, a local repository.
So local means like on the computer, right?
Yes.
So that means that I'm going to make folders here?
Well, actually, you are going to make a folder, but it's technically not really what's going on. You're going to make a Git repository, which is it's stored in a hidden folder.
Okay.
So you're going to start by going up to this where you
like
type
the
in
little
the directory. Just
line. Oh,
yeah,
sorry. I
single
accidentally-
click.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like
Right, yeah.
I'm used to like the
Yeah,
Mac.
because Mac
one.
would be
yeah.
double click would be right click.
Okay, so
Single click, left click. Yes.
All right, so I'm there. No.
I don't think you're there yet.
Oh my gosh.
There
There
you
we go. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Type in CMD.
Okay. CMD.
Enter.
Enter.
Voila! You seen this
Yay.
before?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the command prompt.
So do I type something here?
Yeah, you're going to start with a command. This is going to initialize a Git repository, which is going to save your local changes to this folder.
Okay.
And you're going to do that by typing in git,
Just
G-I-T,
G-I-T.
and then space,
Space.
init, I-N-I-T, initialize.
And do I hit enter?
Yes. There you go.
Initialized empty Git repository and C users, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And look what's there.
Ooh.
That's a hidden folder. I actually could not find that last night, and I had to
Unhide them all?
Yeah, and I had to actually find out how to
Okay.
display hidden folders.
All right, so what do I do next?
Well, now we're going to take a look back at the browser,
Okay.
and we're going to see. We are going to see. Check out places where you can store Git repositories online.
Okay.
If you see the other tab I have open,
This one over here?
yes, it is my Bitbucket account / repository that I made last night,
Okay.
which is basically a version of something that what I was trying to do last night. So we're going to do this, take the opposite approach
Okay.
of what I was doing last night with this. And
So what should I do next?
well, right now you're going to click on Overview right here. You can see this is our repository. This is
The README and the
this is basically a folder on the internet which has a markdown file, which is the README. That's what you're seeing right there.
So how does that relate back to the folder that was hidden?
It doesn't yet.
It does not yet. Okay.
But you can see the contents of it here. Here, click on Overview.
Okay. Did I do it?
Yes. And you can see that this Git repository actually has its own URL right there.
So could I go to this URL like on my Mac and I would be able to pull this up?
I don't think so because it's a private repository,
Oh,
so I
okay.
think they secured it. There are websites like GitHub, which is a very popular website for open source developers to version their things that they've built. We are going to use that URL right there.
Do I copy it?
Yes. Copy it. Perfect.
And do I open a new tab? Or?
No, don't open a new tab. You're not going to use it here, but
Okay.
make sure you copy it here. Control-C, just be sure.
Control-C.
There you go. All right, and go back to your command prompt.
Which is this little black one?
Yes, because we are going to link up our...
Oh, most of these problems are not you, they're me, not knowing how to use this. Okay.
Okay, we are going to link up our local and remote repository. This is the remote right here.
Okay.
It's stored on Bitbucket servers.
So it's remote because it's on the web, right?
Yes.
And the other repository was that folder we were looking at?
Yeah, that's our local repository,
Okay.
which we just initialized in this last step here.
Okay.
So we're going to type in git,
Okay.
which is saying what we're using in the command prompt. So that first word is, we're using git,
Okay.
and we're telling it what to do. So the next word is remote,
Remote.
because we're going to be doing something involving the remote repository, which we don't have set up, so we're actually going to add.
Is that the next word?
Yes.
There's a space.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the next word is origin, which is pretty much the default name for, it's what you would typically name, the main repository where you're storing on a server.
And so this is going to make a folder on the remote.
No, that
No?
folder's already made.
Oh, it's
That's
already
what you
made.
just saw. We're just connecting our local repository
Okay.
to that. And then space
Space.
and Control V. You're going to paste in that and then enter.
Okay.
And now it's set up. Go ahead and type in git status and you can see.
Git status. On branch master, no commits yet. Nothing to commit. Cool.
So this is what it's telling you. Branch master, branching is probably not the most basic concept. It's like on a tree. It's like, there could be like a straightforward history, but someone could, backtrack a little and say like, I want to go back to where this was, and instead of making this change, I'm going to make this change instead.
Okay.
But you can't, those aren't linear, they have to branch out.
Yeah.
So master is just the default branch, but at some point someone could make a different change that doesn't, it isn't compatible with what master's already done, because master's at a different point, and they just went and took a detour, so they're going to make a new branch.
Is the branch master the URL that we just copied?
No, that's just, there's no other, that's just the default. Like,
okay.
in the repository you initialized, you're on branch master.
Okay.
It's not until you create a new branch that there's another branch. Master is just the default branch.
I see.
Okay. And it says no commits yet. Commits are the changes you make to a repository.
And that's what it timestamps and tells you, like, when it's being done.
And it says nothing to commit. And that is because we haven't changed anything. That's because, actually, our folder is still empty here.
Okay.
So there's actually less on our local repository than there is on there. We're going to go ahead and pull from our Bitbucket repository. So type in git pull origin. And I forgot to say this, when you put remote add origin, the reason you put origin is because you were naming it. You were naming the remote. So you can have other remotes, but origin is just typically what you name the main remote repository.
So if I wanted to call it, like...
Yeah, you could have said git remote add anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be origin.
That URL afterwards. Yeah, it could be git remote add, I don't know, what's your favorite food?
Coconut soup.
Yeah, one word at least.
All right.
Yeah, and then you could down here get pull coconut soup. But you're going to get pull origin, which is the name of the repository. Get pull origin master, because you have to specify what branch you're pulling from.
Okay.
Now enter, and watch it do its magic. Take a look in the background if you can.
Okay.
No, don't. Yeah.
Can I move this out of the way?
And watch what it's doing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It just pulled your file.
Absolutely.
From the... Very cool.
Now, let's go ahead and make a local change to one of these files. So, go ahead and pull up that blue-looking program down there, and I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Windows click it, please.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. So this is Visual Studio Code. Go ahead and click one of those files. This is Visual Studio Code. It's a very simple editor that's good for small projects. So let's go ahead and make a change to this file.
Is that just like changing the text?
Yeah, you can do anything you want to it. You can add something, you can get rid of it, you can change it entirely. Just make a change to this file. Okay.
All right.
You want to save that?
Save it?
Yep, Control S.
Oh,
or
okay.
File. Yeah.
Control S. Okay.
Shortcuts are always useful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Much better than...
Alright, and let's go back to our command prompt.
Over down here?
Yep. You just tap it. There you go.
Okay.
And let's do get status again. And you can
Modified.
see, yeah, modified. There is a change to one of our files.
Okay.
But it says it's not staged for commit, which means that it recognizes that something is different about the file, but you can't really save those changes to your local repository yet. You have to stage it first.
So what does that mean?
So it's unstaged right now. You could stage it by typing in, down here it says git add.
Okay. So you want me to do that?
Yes. Start by doing git add and then type in the file name, yeah.txt.
Just like
and
that?
enter. Yes. And then do get status again. Now you can see that it is a change to be committed. So just because you change the file on your computer does not mean that it is changed in any repository.
Okay.
Especially not your local repository,
So
because
if
that's
I
what we're dealing with.
If I want to push it to the remote one now, would I use like a push command?
You would, but right now you're just selecting these changes.
Okay.
So it knows that whatever you're about to do is going to involve these, this is in the realm of what you're going to commit, but you have to commit first, which is making a change to your local repository.
Okay.
And then when you push, it's going to push all your commits to the repository. So when we pulled in those commits that that were made to the repository, which were commits involving creating the files and creating the README, I think was the very first commit. So we were just pulling those commits, and with them came the files, of course. But right now, we have nothing to push because we don't have a commit. We just have it selected, so it's ready to be committed.
So the next step would be to commit it then?
Yes, and the commit is going to involve whatever you staged here.
Okay.
So you have the file staged. Now you need to git.
All right. Oh, wait.
Just tap it. There you go.
Sorry.
Git commit. And you're going to add an argument, because that's a basic command, but you need to add -m space -m. It's a separate word.
Oh, okay. Space.
I'm going to tell you word by word.
M.
Yes. Space.
Space.
And put in quotes.
Okay.
Open quote. And type in a message, because that's what you're saying with that -m. It stands for message. This is an argument that you're throwing in with the commit. So this is extra information.
Do I close the quote?
Yes. Now, in professional versioning, sorry to be a little nitpicky, but a proper message here would be, describing what you did to the file. Because
I changed the text.
Yes, but what did you change about the text? What did you do to this file?
Added 2 lines.
And what were the lines about?
Cats and soup.
You want to be typing this.
Okay.
Yep.
I two lines text about cats and soup.
To what file?
To .txt.
Good enough.
Is that good enough?
Yep. Do a close quote there.
Okay.
And that's it.
Do I press enter?
Yeah, go ahead. 1 file change, 4 insertions, which is, you had 2 blank lines there too as well.
Oops.
And 1 deletion, which...
What did it delete? Oh, was it when I deleted the text?
I think you might have deleted 1 W.
Oh, okay.
Overall. Okay. So there you go.
So
that's on your master branch, see? And it has a, basically an identifier right there, that A400, etc. And that's the commit. Is that to the branch master, and there's your message.
Awesome.
And it says exactly what you did. But that is to your local repository. Now we have to
push it to the remote one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to know how to do it? It's super simple. Git.
Okay.
Push. Opposite of pull.
Yeah.
Remote. Or actually, sorry. No.
No?
No. Because your remote is set.
Right.
It's, what's the name of it?
Is that the one...
You named it. No.
Oh, no, I did name it, didn't I? What did I name it? I forgot.
I told you what to name it, but you could have named it coconut soup.
I don't remember. What did I just do? I just pressed something wrong. Sorry.
It's okay. So git push. It is called origin.
Oh, that's right. Origin.
Yep.
Origin.
And then origin.
Is that right?
Origin. Origin.
Oh. Sorry.
And then what branch?
Master?
Yes. So you're going to push to that.
So
and then,
git push origin master.
That's all you need. Alright, let's do this.
Okay, so I'm going to press enter.
Yeah. Well, enter on the program.
Yes, got to go back there.
Enter. And... Oh.
Could not read from remote repository. Did I spell it wrong?
No.
When we created it, I may have spelled it wrong.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's called Oregon.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Well, let's call it Oregon
Okay.
then. And this is an example. I thought we weren't going to do custom names, but we
But I
ended
guess
up
you
doing
can.
custom
Okay.
names after all.
Sorry about
It
that.
could have been coconut soup.
Yeah. All right, so remind me of the commands. We
Okay.
did get.
Well, just look up.
Get.
You just did it.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Push. Oregon.
Yep.
Master.
A really funny one is if someone put origin, like the state,
Yeah, that'd be
or
funny.
Oregon.
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 All right,
The
so
best
enter.
shape ever.
Cool.
Check it out. It even said
Yeah.
it pushed it to,
To that
Yeah.
thing that I copied
which is
earlier.
a .git.
Yeah.
And if you look at the folder, look. You have a .git folder there.
okay.
Yeah. So let's go check it out.
On the website.
Yeah. Click on source. That's where you're going to find what's the contents of there. Oh, and look over there.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh,
I'll go
yeah.
back.
You could go back.
So I
afterwards.
could click this.
Yes.
And I would
Look.
see. Oh, cool.
I added 2 lines of text.
This is really neat.
Yeah. So you just push your change
Yay.
to the repository on Bitbucket server.
So I just learned how to push and pull files between a local and a remote server.
Repository.
Repository,
This is, yes.
not a server.
Yes,
Okay.
this is the server. You could just be,
And is this something developers use to like make code between each other, or what do people use it for?
Absolutely, that's how they do it. Because, it'll be a later concept, branching, but
Yeah.
especially open source developers, because, if someone sees their code and they want to make their own personal, spin on it, they could just pull
it,
a
change
public
it,
repository,
and
change
put
it.
Yeah.
They might not be able to push it, though, because they might not have the privileges to do that. Those are like GitHub concepts.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for showing me how to do it.
Yeah, sure. Let's watch Walking Dead now.
Yes, that's what I want to do.
All right. That was... What did we call this again?
Crash Test Dummies?
I think that's a band.
Oh. Crash Course Dummies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. All right. And that was the first episode about setting up repositories and pushing to remote repositories and pulling from them to your local repositories.
Cool.
And that's the basics of Git.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.